Hello everyone, welcome back to our famous talk show. Today we have a special, extra special guest over here, Chuchu Malay. Hi. Hi. Yeah. Hi. 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 No, thank you so much. You look fucking gorgeous. No. No, thank you that I got to be here. No. No. Listen, I've been your biggest fan since I was like 12 years old. I've been watching your every single video almost. It's so crazy to just be here and just talk with you. No, it's actually insane. Yeah, but literally, like, I feel like I started YouTube just because of you, because you were like, I watched your YouTube videos when I was like so young, and literally, like, I feel like I wouldn't have made my YouTube channel without you. Like, no, because you're like, there's like, I got so much inspiration from you, so it's just like, I would have probably never made my channel because you literally teach me like how to not give a fuck. Yeah, and I don't, like, there's not enough words to just like describe how grateful I am for your existence. No, it genuinely is. No, yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, my name is Jojo Malay, and I am a social media influencer. I started doing like TikToks and YouTube when I was 16 years old, and now I'm 18. And my zodiac sign is Cancer. And yeah, and now I'm come from Finland, and now I live here in Los Angeles, and it's really crazy how fast your life can change, and I'm still kind of like new of this whole thing, so I'm just kind of like figuring out stuff. But yeah, we're getting there. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Yeah, well, it's like mandatory to learn like English in Finnish school. So yeah, I learned it from a really young age, so it was not like hard when I was like 16 years old. Like, I already knew pretty much English, so it was not like a hard thing for me to start my YouTube channel. So yeah, I definitely, yeah, it was not like a harsh thing. I mean, like, now that I'm looking back at my videos, I'm like, my English did actually suck pretty much, and like in those first videos, but you know, like, it gradually just got better when I just like started like speaking more. Yeah, and I still stutter a lot, so sorry every single listener for that, because you know, like, if it annoys some people, yeah, I do understand that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm still actually figuring it out. I mean, like, I did start like my YouTube videos with like these funny like comedy sketches, and then, you know, like, just talking about my life, you know, how much it sucked and that kind of stuff. Yeah, it was really raw, and yeah, there's not much editing in my videos, and it's kind of funny because I do know how to edit, but it's just like when I was like starting out, I had this like really bad computer, so it could not handle any editing software, so I just like didn't edit at all, which is yeah, I mean, like, I am pretty good at editing, so you know, like, now that I've actually started editing, I feel like it has just like boosted my channel more, which I'm so grateful for. But yeah, when I was starting out, like, I definitely knew how to like edit, but I just didn't like want to edit with my computer because it was like so laggy, and then I just decided to like make videos without editing. But yeah, I mean, it is still crazy because, you know, like, you would think, especially like in 2028, you know, like, people's like attention spans are just like so, like, I saw this like one study, like 6 seconds nowadays, and like, when earlier it was like, was it like 20 minutes? You remember, like the earlier generation, like before, like, humans were able to like watch something for like 20 minutes and then just like decide like, okay, am I gonna continue like doing this or not? But nowadays it's like 6 seconds, and I definitely like do agree on that, because, you know, like, whenever I'm like scrolling TikTok, if the video does not excite me in the first half second, I'm gonna scroll. So it's definitely insane, you know, like, how like I was like, so many people just like followed me, although I was like not editing. So yeah, it was definitely surprising but comforting that there's like still some people out there. And I feel like it was just like because, you know, like, well, most of the people do edit on YouTube, so even like I got a lot of like praise for it because it was so raw, you know. And even nowadays, you know, like I try to keep the editing really minimal just to keep the videos like real in general, because I feel like, you know, like it's like, especially nowadays on YouTube, there's just so much editing. So I feel like it's good that, you know, like I don't edit on like every single video. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I feel like I started making videos when I was like, or like, well, when I was 16, but I don't even know like why I was making that. I mean, like I remember when I was like really young, I did have TikTok, and I was like filming like these TikTok videos of myself, and then I just stopped it. Then I had like this editing account for a while, but I don't know, I've just always liked to like create videos and just share them to the world. Like it was always like a thing. And I remember when I was like 12 years old maybe, our mom forced me and my siblings to like make these vlogs of our like summer days, because, you know, like she was gone, like she went to work, and she didn't want us that we like would spend the whole summer, you know, like watching our phones. So she's just like make like videos of like what you're gonna do in the day. And then I made it like the whole vlog, you know, like I still have those vlogs on my video, you know, like on my phone. Sorry. And yeah, I just really love doing them. And then I remember like my mom was like, wow, like these are really good, like you could be a YouTuber or something, because, you know, like these videos are just so good. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. You know, like I had definitely thought about it before. I was like, well, it does excite me, you know, like making videos, because, you know, like I just love, like simply just loved making videos. Yeah, so it was just like when I was like starting YouTube, I definitely didn't know what I was doing, but the fact that I just loved making videos, it was like what kept me going, definitely. So it was just like my niche just kind of like formed after that. But yeah, it was just like mostly because I enjoyed like making videos. Obviously it was like always on my mind, you know, like I could make it my job, and, you know, like I could like, wow, like this could really turn out to be something bigger. But I didn't have my hopes too high, because I was like, okay, like there are like unrealistic expectations, you're in, like, especially because I'm like I come from Finland, and, you know, like not many famous people come from there, you know what I mean, like, and those who are, you know, like they're like famous in Finland, and like I don't like, I really cannot name like that many people who are like known like worldwide that are like Finnish people. So it was definitely, yeah, it was definitely hard, especially like being an influencer. It was like, you know, like can this even be possible for me to like become an influencer when I like live in Finland? But it seems like it is possible. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I definitely prefer YouTube over TikTok. Yeah, like TikTok, it is fun, but I feel like it doesn't show my personality that much, because, you know, I feel like on YouTube you really get to be who you are, and you really get to like show your personality through those videos. So it's just like genuinely, it has always been like more like my kind of thing. TikTok just, I started TikTok like more like with this Jujumala name, because, you know, like I was kind of like scared to make YouTube videos at first. But definitely once I got into it, it was like more rewarding. And still, like I have like multiple, like I have like how many, I have like a little bit over 2 million like followers on TikTok right now. And then, thank you. And then on YouTube I have like closer to 1 million, so I have like double the amount of followers on TikTok. But I definitely do like appreciate the 1 million followers on like YouTube more. I just like, it's just like I feel like I've done much more hard work on YouTube than on TikTok. So I just like, it feels so great to, yeah, have that. Yeah, so it is definitely like, you know, better, because you like you get to show your personality and yeah, that kind of stuff. So it is definitely, yeah, it is, I just love doing it. Yeah, I do feel like, you know, like a lot of people are like that. But then again, like if you have a specific niche that you're really interested about, although you wouldn't be like that comfortable with making videos, you know, like you could still like definitely like be a YouTuber, because it's just like, you know, like if you have a specific niche that you're like want to talk about, like for example, like if you love gaming, you might not like making videos that much, but even like that you could like still like be a YouTuber. But even like I just love making videos, so even like it's yeah, I definitely do appreciate it, because, you know, like it has kept me like motivational, like even still, like even now, like I'm very motivated to make like YouTube videos every single day. And it's just simply of the fact that I just love making videos, you know. So it's definitely, yeah, so and it allows me to do like so much stuff because like I feel like if I was like restricted to one specific niche, like if I was only interested in like gaming, cooking, or stuff like that, like it would like restrict me over there. But like the fact that like I'm interested in so much, like I'm just like I just love making videos. It just like allows me to, yeah, like make any type of videos that I specifically want, because it's just like, yeah. Mm. No. No, I was definitely like, well, I would say like in elementary school, I was definitely like on the popular side, but like when I went to middle school and like my social status was like, I was like, yeah, like if there was like a list of people, like hierarchy in our school, like I would be at the very bottom. Like I was like, no, no, I genuinely was, because like it was like, I definitely was like at the very bottom. Like I genuinely, well, I wouldn't say I was bullied, but like I was kind of like made fun of, and like it was like not the best place for me, but I was like never popular. Even in high school, like I was really not popular at all. Yeah. Yeah, I was like decent in high school, but definitely middle school was like the hardest, and like I was the bottom of the pit, so yeah, I never popular. But yeah, I wonder what is the reason of that, because like I've noticed that too, but I just don't know like what is the reason behind it, like what is the psychology. That could be true. Yeah, like searching for like validation somewhere else. Well, to be honest, I was. Like I don't know. I feel like at the same time, like I was like just like making videos for the sake of it. But like at the same time, I do feel like there was like some specific sense of like validation over there, because like I just felt like like I was rejected. Like I didn't have like any social life, like I wasn't that cool of a kid. So like maybe like I just thought that making like YouTube videos, yes, like definitely made me only cringier. So like if people would have found it, like people from my school, like they would have made fun of me, which they did. But especially when it was like strangers online, it's when they resonated with me, it definitely was very validational when people were like commenting like, oh, like this like so like pure of a video, like this is like very emotional, like this is like very touching and like good topic, and you're really real of a person, and this has like a specific charm to it, like your videos, it's very like validational. Yeah, it definitely gives you that validation that you've been looking for, because like then even though I wasn't like the most popular, like it definitely gave me like validation when I was just thinking, okay, well there are like people who support me, like my followers. It was definitely like, it felt like a huge family who were like supporting me like whatever I do, almost. But yeah, so it was like definitely to see that, like when you have followers, you have definitely done something correctly, so it definitely made me feel a lot better. So I was definitely looking for validation over there too, although it was like maybe not the main thing that I was looking for. Yeah. No, I was just bored, and like most of the time I was just like, well, I want to do something, and like then I was just like, okay, well, let me do whatever I want to do. And it was kind of like my little safe space, especially in the beginning when I had didn't have like that many followers, like especially those videos that I had for like 1,000 followers, like I was not scared at all, like of making those videos, because it was just like I was so underground, so I was like not scared of like, okay, like 70 people are following me, like what are the chances that some of them are people that I know, especially because like I was making videos in English, so therefore I was like, okay, like most likely like most of the people my age and like the people that I knew from my school or my family, for example, they would definitely look like watching videos in Finnish specifically. So I was like not that scared of like bumping up to their like feed, like in English. And yeah, it was definitely very just free, like it was just like my little safe space, because I'm like it did allow me to be something specific that I was not showing anywhere else. Even with my friends, like I was not really the type of person that I was like telling them to be. At the same time, I was like, yeah, really myself. But like there were just like some people that were just like, okay, like I cannot fully be myself, and those videos were definitely like the only place where I could actually be myself. Well, I don't know if I really am like the realest person on my videos either, which is like crazy to think about. You know, like I feel like the only person who has really seen the true side of me is like myself. You know, like I just, yeah, I'm really personal when it comes to that kind of stuff. But you know, like definitely like on YouTube, I was sharing a lot more than what I was like sharing to any of my friends. You know, like I was like very open. I was like an open book on YouTube, and like I, at the same time, it was like motivational to me, and like and you know, like I was maybe looking for validation, and you know, like just like the safe space. But also, I was like, I feel like most of the time I treated it like a video diary, maybe, and just, you know, yeah, and like just like it was like, well, a safe space, I would say. Yeah, I definitely was thinking about it. I did not go to YouTube thinking like, okay, like this is gonna be my job, or like TikTok. But at the same time, I do admit that, you know, like it was on my head. You know, like it was my biggest dream, because it was like, you know, like one thing that I was really passionate about, one thing that I really love to do. So I was like, okay, like, well, these other people have done it, why couldn't I do it? And it's just like, yeah, and like it's like, you know, like, well, at the same time I was thinking like, why would anybody follow you? You know, like I'm not that interesting of a person. Like I don't even know like how to speak English properly, so like nothing has happened in my life. So it's just like, you know, it was definitely hard sometimes, like to think like, why would anybody like want to like follow me, or like why could I ever make this as my job? And it was like, there was like definitely times, you know, like when people were making fun of me because I was like making TikTok like on YouTube, and then, you know, especially when you didn't know like, could it ever become like something bigger than that, and then you were just like over there sharing your like wildest like dreams and like confessions, and like embarrassing yourself every single day, and showing up every day, and you didn't know like if there was like any possibility that you could actually like make something out of it. It was definitely very, very, very like stressful, and very scary, and very unmotivational in that sense, and, you know, very discouraging. But then at the same time, I was just thinking that, you know, like I just rather do it like for as long as I can, you know, like just like keep trying. And I was just like, I have always had this like thought in my head, because, you know, like I started when I was 16 years old, so I was like thinking like, by the time when I'm like 26, if I don't have like, if I cannot make this my job, if I am not an influencer, like at that point, like if I haven't been able to make it my job, then I'll just give up, you know, like then it was not meant for me. Or like maybe that is like a bad like unhealthy thinking, to think like, okay, like if I don't make it in 10 years, and like I will never make it, and then I will just give up. But, you know, like I was just definitely thinking, you know, like do it at least for a decade, and if it doesn't work out, then it was like, well, you know, but at least you tried for a decade. You know, like I feel like most influencers who have like become influencers, like YouTubers, TikTokers, they have definitely made it, you know, like they definitely made it within that first decade of like doing it. So it was like, you know, I'm just thinking about, you know, like, yeah, like a decade is like the maximum that I will go for. But yeah, it was definitely very scary to think about different possibilities, because, you know, like especially when I was like not really passionate about anything else except making videos, I was thinking about to becoming a doctor, because I was really good at school, honestly. But it's just like I never really like was interested about it, because, you know, like I hated anatomy, and like I just didn't like, yeah, I don't see that would have been the future for me. But yeah, and it just took a while, but it would, yeah, yeah. No, yeah, for sure. I did definitely have like a feeling deep down at, like, I am very spiritual as a person. Like I do believe in zodiac signs, I do believe in like chakras, I do believe in like meditation, I do believe in like manifestation, like prayers, and like I believe in that kind of stuff. I believe that we're not from this earth. I feel like, you know, like there's just something in us that, you know, like is God, and I feel like there's like God everywhere, you know, basically. And I feel like we have like come from a different place to earth, and, you know, I just feel like this is like not the place where we're originally from. We came from here, and definitely I feel like because of that, I feel like we are able to somehow like have glimpses of our future, the past, because we have just always been here, and we will always be here, which I feel like is like the way I think. And, you know, like it's a comforting thought, you know, like to think that, you know, like you will not be gone after you die. But it's just like I feel like we have always just been here, and I feel like we had a choice before coming to earth. Like we have a, like, okay, like, are you gonna come to earth, but then you just like are locked in this human body, and you have like lost all your memories, and you will not remember like your past life. And yeah, although we have lived before, and therefore I feel like we are just like, I do believe in like like Buddhism in that sense, like that we're just like in a constant loop and we have the same lives over and over again, because like there are definitely, I've had some very vivid deja vus, and like I've just been like, okay, I've lived this moment before, so therefore when I was like thinking from a very young age that this is like gonna be the future that I'm gonna have, because I was definitely always thinking about it, and definitely like every single time when I was like going on a walk, I was always like, and I had like AirPods in my ears and like just like playing like music on Spotify, I was definitely always pretending to be the singer, and like just like do a performance in front of like millions of people, and like I always pretended to be like doing a podcast in my room, and like that kind of stuff. So I was definitely always thinking about that, and that I don't know if that's like manifestation, but like I was just like, always like so much thinking about it. So I was like okay, well, it's like bound to happen, like like it almost felt like that, like it's like bound to happen. So it was definitely like, it definitely motivated me a lot, because like if I would have never felt like like it's not going to be for me, like if I would have felt that, then I don't feel like I would have ever like even started doing YouTube. I feel like I would have ever started doing like TikTok, because like yeah, like when you don't have like, if I didn't have that like feeling inside of me, like I definitely would have never started, because I did. It was definitely like something that kept me going even through the hard times and stuff like that. So it's definitely, yeah, I do kind of want to say that, yeah, I always believed it would happen. Yeah. Yeah, no, and it's crazy to think about how like your life can just change by like making it one specific choice during like one time in your life, and it's like how crazy like the environment changes how we think, and like how much like, yeah, like it's crazy to think about. It makes my head hurt almost, because it's just like so insane. Yeah. I mean, I try to leverage, I try to scale, and just like be everywhere. I definitely try my best, because like I definitely don't know if this high is gonna keep like going on for like forever, so it was like stop it. So it's definitely like, you gotta be careful, like you gotta just like do what you can when you can, and just hope it works out. But yeah, there will be highs and there will be lows, but like in general, it's just like I have always thought like play it safe. Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much for having me over here. Yeah, no. Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much. I love you. Yeah. Bye. Bye, bye, bye.